Guys, hello from Wickedly Grand. We have survived the blizzard, yay! And the snow is finally all gone. Have had a lot of time to be able to get out and work in the gardens, which we needed to do. We have a lot of really great plants going to be arriving within the next couple of weeks, so I needed to get out there and get that done. Um, not only for the fact that we love to garden, but for the fact that this year we are doing the farm here. We are going to be literally growing part of the haunt this year. So I need to get everything prepped up really well because we need to get planting and we need to get growing season up and running so that we have the living things out there when October rolls around to go along with the dead and sort of living dead that will be out there too. So we have been busy, as you can see behind me, all the beautiful flowers that we have bloomed up, some smaller projects that we have worked on, and people have seen, you guys have seen the pictures of some little things that we've been doing while the weather hasn't been too good to be outside. Now it's great. Now it's beautiful. Now it's build time. We have a few smaller projects that we need to be working on, but we have quite a number of very large projects that we are going to be getting out and getting going on. I will be vlogging what's going on with those. But what we're going to start off with right now is a couple of small projects that I'm going to be working on using quite a number of different methods for the same end result. I got out into the shed and I will vlog that whole adventure in a couple of days when we unload it and reorganize it. I will do Haunt Shed Organization 101 and get that posted. From what I have been requested to do so with that, have been told I'll probably get a couple thousand views on how to handle how to organize all your stuff. So I will be doing something like that in a couple of weeks, but right now I want to get working on some of these smaller things that I found that out in one of the bins, which was close to the front, that I wanted to get working on. And it's pumpkins. And they're going to be corpse. And they're going to be done in a couple of different manners. First off, I found this guy. I've had him for quite a long time. He was one that has the thing inside that would make it look like it was fire and the whole 9 yards. Well, that kind of crapped out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the electronic disc mess out from the inside and we're going to corpse him up. It'll leave a nice little hole down the bottom for a candle to go in. So we're going to creep him up a little bit. We have this really kind of cool tower. This also is something kind of ancient that I have had like for at least 10 years. It's, I think, picked up the stuff like at Joann's or some places like that. But I love the faces on it. They're kind of creepy and weird. This lights up. The electrical still works on this. So what I want to do is corpse this up, make these pumpkins a little more distinct in what they are, and I'll use another method on doing this one. Then I found one of my babies, and I have loved this baby for so long, but this baby has really seen its day. This is my lovely pumpkin Skelly. It's pumpkin spider Skelly. Has all these great legs, but and you know, the hat and kind of witchy looking and stuff. But as you can see, it's fallen apart. I mean, it's just got holes in the legs, and you know, it's a mess. But I love it. So we're going to fix it. We're going to take care of fixing up these legs, getting those pool noodles out, getting rid of this hat and the electrical and stuff that's inside. He's going to get some brains. He's also going to get a little maggoty and stuff, but we're going to clean him up a little bit and make him into a really great pumpkin spider that's going to be out there on the web this year. Which got me thinking when I found this guy. I've had him for a long time too, and he's lost one eye and a couple of teeth. But I thought, I like this skelly guy, spider guy, so let's make another one. He's nice and lightweight, and we're going to make a new one. So I will be doing a couple of different methods on how I'm going to corpse him up and make him into the legs and all of those kind of fun things. As you can see, he has some electrical to him, which we will keep and you know, put out there, and we'll make him be another Spidey to go out. So going to take us a couple of days. I'll do each one at a time until they're all finished, but we'll vlog a little bit of what we're going to do with each one of them, and it'll give you guys some idea of some different techniques that can be used on doing some corpsing, thanks to a number of various hot friends that have some really great ideas for doing things. So stay tuned, and we will show you how this all works out. Talk to you in a few. Okay, corpse project number 1. You're going to start with this guy. It was kind of the easiest one to be working with. As you can see, took the guts out of that broken electrical stuff that was in there. Cleaned out the inside, got rid of the dead wildlife that was in there, and it was kind of gross. So I cleaned all that out. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be taking this, and I'm going to be heading out to the garage and get the heat gun out. And we're going to corpse this in the old-fashioned way using the plastic. Now, here's how mine's going to be a little different than the other plastics. Everybody likes to use the clear plastic, that's the real thin ply stuff. I'm going to try something a little different. This will work or it won't work, or we're going to see. If you live in Wisconsin or Minnesota or the UP, you guys know of Mills Fleet Farm. They have bags that are plastic and orange, and they have them at Christmas time that are green. So I made sure I got some of these suckers because they're a thicker ply, they're a different texture, and they're colored. So I figured, okay, I'm going to need green, I'm going to use orange to begin with. Let's see what happens if I try corpsing something that's plastic that already is color, and the color I want. So we're going to try it along this line. In addition, when we had clearance time at Halloween, I picked up some of these lawn bags, which is a different ply yet from this orange. So I'm going to take these 3. I'm going to go out to the garage, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut strips of this and stick this all around. I'm going to use some green for up here and make a new stem for this thing, and maybe put some green on here for some additional colors. When I'm all done with that, I'll show you how it all turned out. Alrighty, well, here it is. I'm not sure I like it. To be honest with you, I think it kind of looks like crap. But some things worked well, some things not necessarily didn't work well. But you know what? We're not done yet. So let's take a look at this thing. The eye outline did the eyes. The thicker plied stuff worked really well. The green was fantastic. I mean, it made a really cool. Look at that. That is a really cool stem. I'm not even going to touch that. But I kind of put stuff on and laid it on and just let it do its thing. I'm going to paint it up, and we'll stain it up, and we'll see how well we can make this look like a really cool, gross looking pumpkin. Right now it looks very diseased, so that'll be about the way it's going to look when it's done. So we'll see how this ends up. Okay, so here it is. Finished it up, did the paint on it, used Krylon spray paint actually to did a little bit of green, hunter green, and orange on there. Did a little dry brush around the eyes and the nose and the mouth part, so that stood out a little more. But look at what I did with the stem. I took pool noodle and was going to use it to make additional stem parts to it out the bottom for vine. But what I did instead was stick it up on the top and corpsed it up, cut it out first. But when you look at it, you know, I corpsed it up. Bob said stop, because it looked like a face was there. So we looked at the face, and it looks kind of like a lizardy thing. So stuck an eye on there and left the pool noodle pieces hanging out. Painted them brown because I'm going to put it next to another character so it's going to look like it has it's eating something. So it kind of has its stem has become a serpent, sort of one of those happy accidents. So we have this one finished. So 1 down and 3 to go. Okay, pumpkin number 2. This is the pumpkin tower,
And primarily all I did with this was I took some hot glue and just kind of dripped it down over different areas on the pumpkin. If you look up at the top, I did the corpsing with the green bag that I had. And then I went and I painted and stained each one separately. This one down at the bottom and this one up here I stained with my favorite, the red mahogany Mimwax. This one here I used just that orange acrylic. This one here we did the butter, and then we dry brushed the orange on top of that. And then on this one here, which you can't, it's a little darker, you're having trouble seeing maybe, I dry brushed it with the forest green and then put the orange on top. This guy I just left as is. That is the original color. So I think it got pretty good. It's definitely distinctive and a lot nicer looking than it was before. So 2 down, 2 to go. Okay guys, here's a disgusting quickie I just threw together. Fake Spanish moss from Hobby Lobby, a can of Krylon orange paint, a bottle of white, clear school glue, and half a bag of pumpkin seeds, and you have really gross and disgusting pumpkin guts, which somebody's going to be puking up this year. So this is really gross and disgusting, and I love it. So just a quickie to show you. Alright, we have Pumpkin Spidey Redo. Did things a little different than what I had anticipated. You see his face lights up. Took the bulb out of the other pumpkin head that I'm going to use to make the other Pumpkin Spidey and just stuck it in there to see how it worked, and it looks really great and creepy. That's why we're sitting out here in the hall. Made a nice big stem for him. Actually, what I did was I just corpsed a deli container and velcroed it on the top. And for his legs, we put some pool noodles on and corpsed those up and put some nice fun faux fur going around his neck and his legs, and he's all set and ready to go. So, time to start creating the next one, and we'll show you his progress in a little bit. Alrighty, well, you know that saying, best laid plans of mice and men? Well, that's what happened here. I was going to make this guy into another Spidey, but changed my mind because the business we're trying to do it with, the hangers just wasn't going to work out too well. So, what I'm going to do instead is there's a nice little hole in the bottom, big enough to put about a ½ inch piece of PVC in there. So what we're going to do is just make little shoulders, and he'll be a groundbreaker shortly. So we're just going to leave him at that and save him for another day. But I wanted to finish off the video. There comes Miss Alfie. Wanted to finish off the video here and show you what we did. And we're getting ready to move on to bigger and better things. So here we go with the final look at our pumpkin guys. Turned out not too bad, as I said this. Oh yeah, somebody's trying to be the star here. Want to say hello? Say hello, Alfie. Okay, so yeah, this guy I'm not completely sure about. You keep looking at him and it's just kind of gotten, I don't know, he's just a little strange, but he'll work, he'll do, at least for this year. So here's what we did. Here's all our friends. Alfie, move. Yeah, she's got to check everything out. So, thanks for watching. Stay close. We'll be coming back at you soon. Already have the things in the works to be doing some really big props that we're going to get going on here within the next week or so. So, stay tuned. We'll keep you abreast of what's happening and going on. And we'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye.